welcome. It's Lydia Kozawa here, and today we're going to be getting some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please subscribe, smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. And guys, you know I stream on Twitch, head over to Twitch. And if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is VShojo, and VShojo was a US-based VTuber agency headquartered in San Francisco. In July 2025, the company faced accusations of failure to paying talents for several months, as well as withholding over $500,000 in charity donations collected during an Ironmouse subathon. Within 3 days, all of the group's members shortly resigned, and founder Gunrun announced VShojo's shutdown. So why are we talking about VShojo? Well, guys, in VShojo, there was a talent named Ironmouse, and Ironmouse is a female American VTuber from Puerto Rico. In July 2025, she left VShojo and is continuing on as an independent VTuber. So why are we talking about VShojo and Ironmouse? Well, guys, this is a clip of Ironmouse's stream. This is posted on the Mousy Gold YouTube channel, and it's titled Ironmouse mentions her quote-unquote former employer. So let's take a listen.
I don't share much information about my time because there were just so many things that happened that I'm just like, I will tell you this one thing. There have been egregious errors that were committed towards me to the point where I had management send me videos of apology because of the shit that happened, bro. And I still have those apology videos, by the way. I'm just saying. That's all I have to say. That's all I'm gonna say. The amount of times that I almost quit, bro. I never told anybody how many times I wanted to quit, man. The amount of times I almost quit, bro. I'm just saying the truth. That's all I'm saying. I wish I would have fucking left. There were multiple factors as to why I couldn't leave. Bro, there were people that worked there that hated me, bro. Hated me. Hated me. Hated me. 100% hated. 100% hated my guts, bro. That would say the most heinous shit about me. And don't think I don't know it was you, bro. And if you think that I'm talking about you, I probably am. If the shoe fits, bro. Despite all the shit you've talked about me, I do not hate you. There's tons of people that don't like me. It makes me sad. I wish people didn't, I wish people didn't hate me, but there are a lot of people that do not like me. There were quite a number of people that did not like me that worked at that place. All I have to say is I love all the talent that was at that place. And they were all great.
So essentially what Ironmouse is saying here in this clip is that, like, while she was working at VShojo, there were a lot of people who did not like her at VShojo. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit are saying. Phoenix Moonlight says, I'm still heartbroken about VShojo. I feel like absolute fool for thinking they were any better than any of the other corpos. Blitz says, Mouse is a trooper. That entire situation was F. GB says, I wish the VShojo stuff pissed me off. Instead, it just makes me sad because I can't even really hate the organization for bringing all the talent I'm so fond of in one place for me to fall in love with, even if they were being short-sighted and pig-headed with that talent. Somewhere elsewhere says, it's hard to imagine people in VShojo hating her. I guess she must have butted heads with some people standing up for herself and or for others. I'm glad she had no issues with any of the talents though. I actually have to wonder how much shit Motendu was stirring up between the talents, or at least trying to, since it seems that was his MO. Flying Brain says, I wish Zen and Mouse could make up. I think for me, the alleged issues between them hurt more still. After hearing this and the prior stuff, I can't believe I used to love them and hold them up so high. Appropriate Content says, I mean, okay, again, I feel like this is just a one side of the equation and it adds more credence to the argument that VShojo was a bunch of inexperienced people running their first business. I truly do not think what they did was out of malice, but out of increasing stupidity and stress. Especially in the beginning, it was all fine, but clearly as time wore on, it got worse. It really is just a massive shame that they tried to hang on desperately to the company instead of manning up and saying, we're done. So anyways, guys, what do you think of Ironmouse and her former employer? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is Matara, and Matara is an independent English-speaking virtual YouTuber, formerly affiliated with VShojo. She debuted on Twitch in October 2023. So why are we talking about Matara? Well, guys, it looks like Matara also has something to say as well in regards to VShojo. This is posted on X. This is posted by Ernol, and this is posted on March 15, 2026 at around 6:17 p.m. And Ernol says, another confirmation that there was a bit of a split among VShojo members where many of them believed management over each other, and not just in 2023 when 3 members departed and they got shit-talked by Motendu, but even a few months before its final implosion, they were still in denial. So let's take a listen to this clip here.
Last year, I've lost a lot of friends because it was a really bad year. It was a really bad year. I was really paranoid about getting sued, and it was just a bad year. I was also really paranoid because I was like, these things don't make sense. This is crazy. None of this makes sense. And people are like, okay, crazy, like, pack it up. And I'm like, but I'm not crazy. Like, yes, I know I sound crazy, and I know that the things I'm saying are crazy, but I promise you, I'm not crazy. And I definitely lost, I think, a few close friendships that way. Like, even if one day we'll be back to being friends, to be very honest, I don't blame my friends for not wanting to be my friend when I'm, psychotic. But in my case also, like, I hope you guys understand, it's like, it goes back and forth, right? I don't blame the people in my life who didn't believe me and took Gunrun's side in the situation when he was telling them sweet nothings in their ears, But I also am aware that, like, in my case, I don't want to be someone's friend again. If, like, you didn't give me the benefit of the doubt, you didn't trust me, you didn't listen to me, it's this weird gray area. So I also don't blame people that, like, didn't want to be part of my life during that thing. And, like, do you want to be friends with somebody that's, like, paranoid of getting sued, that's, like, complaining, that's like, ooh, my big problems, I'm scared, I got fired, I get it. It's nobody's job or responsibility to tell me about stuff. I could have been a better friend, I could have reached out more, I could have been there more, but I do this thing when bad things happen that I isolate and I close off. And yeah, I did that. Yeah, it's not their fault and it's not my fault. I know that it's not my friend's responsibility to be there for me at my lowest. There's therapy and there's taking care of myself. I also wasn't amazing. I was drinking a lot, you guys. I was crying, like, I love Junie to death, but even at one point I was drinking a lot and I was talking to Junie, and the next day Junie was like, hey Matara, I love you so much and, like, I'm here for you if you want to talk about it. But just so you know, yesterday, like, it was a little overwhelming. Like, I think next time, you should think about talking to other people about this. And I went back to therapy. I'm really, really grateful that she told me. I think a lot of people would not have told me that. I think a lot of people would have just kind of, like, kept that in and not, but Junie was like, I love you and I'm there for you. But, like, at a certain point, like, it got really overwhelming and it got just too much for me to bear. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. Like, I can't. I'm your friend and I want to drink with you and I want to hang out with you and you're awesome. But this is getting to that point where I don't have the tools to deal with it. I have this weird thing inside me where, like, people maybe didn't do anything quote unquote wrong, but I feel very wronged by a lot of stuff that happened last year. So I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, I closed off from a lot of people myself and I feel bad and I'm trying to open up again, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I don't know how I'll do that.
So even like Matara is still kind of dealing with the fallout of what happened last year. Lots of friends lost, lots of drinking, lots of self-isolation, and lots of therapy is needed because what happened was really terrible. Like, imagine having like a toxic employer with VShojo. A lot of it was very clout-based. Anytime you hear a business that's run on quote-unquote vibes, run. Just run. It is not worth it. These con men, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, right, will like try to convince you that, like the sky is not blue when it very clearly is, right? And of course, when Matara, the truth teller, is like, hey guys, this isn't making sense, a lot of people feel threatened and they're like, no, you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. And, obviously friendships can end, right? Because a lot of friendships are built on trust. So it sounds like Matara did have a good friend who was like, hey, you really need to go to therapy. So anyways, let's see what some of the people on X are saying in regards to this clip. So this is Ernol saying, Matara got terminated on March 6th while VShojo died in July. It's also a bit insane to me how much everyone involved was afraid of lawsuits, seemingly much more than the people working for JP Corpos. And Bokai says, yeah, there's a lot of interactions that don't happen anymore. Almost no one interacts with Mel. Also, Mousy and Zen are not interacting anymore. Fruit also seems to not interact with anyone. And Matara and Mouse also don't seem to interact anymore. And then Noel says, it would make sense why almost none of the XV-shoujos interact with Mel. She was probably one of the major talents who defended the company, and it probably caused them to cut ties with her when the truth came out. Even K-san doesn't interact with her. And then Tony says, good grief, man. Even in 2026, the effects from the VShojo fallout still linger. It's starting to make sense as to why we hardly see any XV-shojo collabs after the whole debacle go down since Club Ironmouse, and from what I know, unless I missed something. IX says, I wouldn't say denial. Everyone in VShojo trusted the staff to a high degree. Unfortunately, they weaponized that to all the girls, Mousy in particular. She was the face of VShojo, and if she was fine, everyone was fine too. Pretty diabolical if you ask me. Anyways, guys, what do you think of what Matara said in this clip? Let me know in the comments below. On to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Zentreya, and Zentreya is a female English language VTuber who debuted in 2017. She is noted for the use of speech-to-text-to-speech system to produce a synthesized voice. She was initially independent and known for VR chat role-playing. Zen joined VShojo in November 2020, and then she left VShojo and is continuing on as an independent VTuber. So why are we talking about Zentreya? Well, guys, this is posted on Zentreya's X account. This is posted on March 15, 2026 at around 10:51 p.m. And Zentreya says, trying my best this year, not just for me, but for my friends and for people who I hope that see I'm trying my hardest. Last year really was just ... Yeah, I'm trying though. Schedules, playing a lot more offline, finding breaks for my mental. It's slow slow, ... but I'm doing my best. So let's see what some people on X are saying. Zaori says, you got this, Zen. Seeing you try your best inspires me to do the same. It has been a rough couple of months, but the community has helped me a lot. Lucia says, I'm rooting for you, Zen. I know it's hard. We're proud of you for taking steps to help yourself. You got this. So anyways, guys, you can kind of see like the VShojo effect is impacting past members. Even Zentreya is feeling it as well. So anyways, guys, make sure to go send Zen some love, just because obviously she's feeling a little bit down. And when your Oshi is down, you got to go support them. So anyways, guys, please make sure to go send some love to Zentreya. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Shylily, and Shylily is a female independent VTuber from Germany based in the Netherlands. So why are we talking about Shylily? Well, guys, it looks like Shylily is also having a little bit of a struggle as well. This is posted on Shylily's X account. This is posted on March 14, 2026 at around 1:35 p.m. And Shylily says, hey, shrimpies, I've been struggling real hard with some stomach issues last night, and I didn't get any sleep at all. Feeling awful today, ... My stomach is still upset with me. I just want to take it easy, so I'll take the day off. I'm sorry, every shrimp. Love you lots. So anyways, guys, if you're a fan of Shylily, please make sure to go send her some love. She's having a little bit of stomach issues, so it looks like she won't be streaming. Please make sure to go send her some love and support. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Mint Fantome, and Mint Fantome, also known as Made Mint, is an independent female English language VTuber who debuted in July 2020, initially retiring in April 2021. She made a surprise return in April 2024. Why are we talking about Mint? Well, guys, it looks like if you are a fan of Mint and a fan of Reddit, you won't be able to see this Reddit anymore. So it looks like the subreddit Mint Fantome has been banned. As to why this happened, let's take a look. This is posted on the Kudosanji subreddit, posted by Random Rambling, saying, does anyone know why our Mint Fantome was banned? And it says here, it broke the rules. So let's see what some people on Reddit are saying. So I just read everything, says unmoderated. That's pretty much the rule not to break if you want a sub to keep going. Omar G said, I was a frequent contributor to that sub because Mint is one of my faves, but that sub became oversaturated with lewd art. So much that it made Reddit make an 18+ sub, and anyone who posted it had to have a label. I tried to get them to do some moderation and hold it back to get rid of the 18+ hell, but I was laughed out of the group by members. Vast amount of members just wanted open degeneracy there without any moderation, so I just left. I guess all that had led to getting banned now. I just posted ARM made Mint now. It has fewer members, but it's a better Mint fan subreddit in my eyes. This is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit. This is posted by Thinking Pretty Hard, and it says here, so this is obviously flagged as not safe for work. I find it hilarious how the R Mint Fantome subreddit was accidentally labeled as not safe for work, and their response was basically, F it was meant to be. So you can see here, Mint in I guess, very revealing shorts. Anyways, so because of the not safe for work stuff that happened on the Mint Fantome subreddit that got it banned, the other Made Mint subreddit has now posted this warning. Change to Rule 6, no spicy charged posts of Mint or her friends. It says no one was posting much of this type of content here anyway, but with our Mint Fantome being banned, I would just like to announce that our Made Mint will not be allowing spicy charged art to avoid getting the same 18+ and eventually banned treatment that its larger counterpart did. Please report it if you see it so we can keep at least one community for Mint alive. And then Omar G says that is a good decision. And then Best Bro says, damn, it got banned. I said this when not safe for work tolerance was first discussed there. When it did start feeling like lewd post frequency was starting to feel a bit much, lol. I wasn't a mod though, so I didn't want to overimpose my own standard if it was misaligned with the rest of the wisps aliboos at the Reddit site. Wasn't shocked when it became frequent enough to get auto-labeled a not safe for work sub, but didn't realize a day would come where it would actually become too much for Reddit to stay up at all, unless it was for different / more reasons. So anyways, guys, what do you think of the Mint Fantome Reddit being banned? Do you think it's justified, or do you think that is way overblown? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is Tomoe Umari, and Tomoe Umari is an independent female English-speaking virtual YouTuber. She debuted in October 2021. She formerly joined V-Dairy's Generation 2 Illuneus. So why are we talking about Tomoe Umari? Well, guys, this is posted on Tomoe's X account. This is posted on March 15, 2026 at around 9:53 p.m. And Tomoe says, I've accepted that I'm never going to be an ASMR VTuber, and I think that's fine. I'm glad I gave it a shot nonetheless. It was a pretty cool experience. I won't be doing ASMR anymore for the foreseeable future, but big respect to all the ASMR VTubers out there. Salute. So let's see what some people on X are saying. So EB says, I really respect you for giving it a go at least. I could tell you were really into it. Thank you for giving it a shot. It means a lot to us. Some VTubers go about it in a different way. Some do ASMR whenever they get the itch or get inspired by other creator ASMR works. Sometimes VTubers will do it only 3 to 4 times a year to scratch that itch that they have. It's really up to you at the end of the day. We'll support you no matter what you choose. Plywood says, sad to hear, but thank you for trying it out. I'm not really big into ASMR, but it did intrigue me to dig a bit deeper into your channel. And then Dark Chick Shitposter says, ASMR truly is not everyone's thing, but I'm glad you gave it a shot in the first place, Tomoe. Thank you for being open and trying it. I'm grateful that you thought it was a cool experience. So anyways, guys, what do you think of Tomoe Umari not doing ASMR anymore? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Hololive Production. Hololive Production is a virtual talent agency consisting of virtual YouTubers owned by Japanese tech entertainment company Cover Corp. So why are we talking about Hololive? Well, guys, this is posted on Hololive English's X account. This is posted on March 15th, 2026 at around 10 p.m. And Hololive says, big news. Hololive English 4th concert Serendipity is coming to Los Angeles at the Shrine Auditorium July 3rd and 4th. It says, follow us for more updates to come. So this is the trailer. So let's take a look. I may have to cut it out in post or perhaps mute it, but let's take a look now. See what some people on X are saying. Petra says, Ian concert Breaking Dimensions and One for All were a blast. Good, but I am disappointed that it will be in the United States again. Does Europe and Canada not exist for cover at all? Especially since traveling to the United States is not advised globally. Ayani says, oh, she big. And then this is like the venue. Chris says, you guys, you know that North America isn't just LA, right? So anyways, let's see what some people on Reddit are saying. Puyo says, I saw some people really hoping for a new generation, but it's not. You never know, there might be a chance they could announce something at the end of the concert. And Aya says, so basically Hololive 4th concert will be the same time as Anime X in 2026. Mind of the Quill says, LA, rip, laughing my ass off. So anyways, guys, what do you think of Hololive English's newest concert, a Serendipity? Are you excited that it's happening? Are you peeved that it's not happening closer to you? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy news. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're not able to catch me on Twitch, that is no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber VODs that backs up all of my gameplay, and I probably played through some of your favorites, and I'm currently playing through Resident Evil 1.5. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Not dead. Now he's dead. That's right. Is that Tifa Lockhart? Oh, it is. Look at this. Okay, now this. Yeah, okay. Listen, we can tell. All right. Listen, from those pixels, I can tell those jugs from anywhere.